A new study in Nigeria says the country's black market oil refineries are less polluting than highly toxic European imports. African News' senior journalist Michael Dibby sent this report from Point Noir in the Republic of the Congo.
A new laboratory finding has revealed that samples from illegal refineries in Nigeria's Niger Delta is of a higher quality compared to imported petrol. According to the report, black market fuel from illegal refineries hidden deep in the creeks of the Niger Delta is less polluting than the highly toxic diesel and petrol from Europe. Executive Chairman of the African Energy Chamber says it is not a surprise to see local refineries producing better quality products for local consumption.
I think this is something that has, it's not new, it has always been there. And I think it's always an issue where it comes with quality control. We have not done a really good job in not just Nigeria or the Niger Delta, but across Africa, in really checking on the quality of the products that comes in.
Ayok retreated as some marketers in the sector give the business a bad name, adding that such individuals should be dealt with.
It's going to be unscrupulous characters always trying to make an extra dollar or so. But the real issue there is how are we maintaining the standards, seeking compliance, and ensuring that these global standards are met. We have seen in the product supply business that sometimes you need to have real government action in preventing the fraud that you sometimes see.
According to a recent report, the UN Security Council estimates that Nigeria lost $2.8 billion of revenue to oil theft in 2017, although Kepler says the minimum 100,000 barrels per day of $3 billion to $8 billion a year was identified in 2013.
Well, Jesse Mountain-Manifor is from Nigeria's Stakeholder Democracy Network and joins us now for more. Thank you very much for your time. Can you just explain to us, why is there a need for Nigeria to be importing oil? It is one of the world's largest oil-producing nations.
Nigeria at the moment does not have any functional refineries. Our refineries are old. We have about 4 refineries, but they're old and they don't produce enough fuel for the nation. So the Nigerian people have to rely on imports of fuel from Europe and as well as elsewhere.
And what's actually happening in practice then is it's receiving this dirty oil. What impact is that having on the lives of Nigerian people?
So we are faced with huge pollution, air pollution. For example, since 2016, the city of Port Harcourt, where I live, has been suffering from huge air pollution. Soot is, affecting the lives of people. There is increase in cases of respiratory illnesses, arthritis, asthma, bronchitis, etc. Also, the vehicles that people use, the engines are not, spoiled often than they should. So lots of Nigerians spend a lot more money to maintain their vehicles, to maintain their buildings, which they soot from the sulfur in the atmosphere, forming acid rain, then affecting their infrastructure. So people have to spend more money to maintain their vehicles, their generators, as well as their buildings.
So there are very real financial and environmental implications of this practice. This report has really made clear what's happening. Is anyone who's motivated to try and stop it, have they actually got the means to be able to try and improve this? If so, how could they do that?
Well, unfortunately, the government has not been able to solve the problem of our dependence on oil imports from Europe. So our call is to ensure that Nigeria, whether the fuel is coming from imported fuel from Europe and elsewhere, or if it's coming from illegal refining sites in the Niger Delta, we want standards to be maintained. So if Nigeria, for instance, the Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON, if they can maintain the standards, so at the moment there's 150 parts per million of sulfur for diesel and 50 parts per million for petrol. So if those standards be maintained by the relevant agencies in Nigeria, that's what we want. But so far, the government has not done anything. That's why we have this
And
huge,
that's what you're trying to engineer
influx.
to happen. Thank you
Exactly.
very much, Jesse Martin-Man, from Nigeria's Stakeholder Democracy Network. Thanks.